All right, so I'm just going to give you what I give the seniors each week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so lay down on the ground on either side. I don't care which side you're on. And I'm going to show you from an angle up and down. My spine is straight up and down. My knees are forward from my hip, and my feet are in line with my sit bone. My shoulder blade, I always tell them to connect the shoulder blade and then bend the arm. So the shoulder blade is connected to the back space. So come on down with me. On your side. Yep. And then when you have the hand in front, this is important for the second thing that we do. So we do your normal clams. And the clam is lift the knee and don't move the pelvis. So just lift it and put it down. Up is the emphasis. 2 and 3. Keep going. 4. And I only do 10. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Then my hand is on the ground and I take my top knee forward and I send it. Now right here, the tendency is to drop the hip back. Push it forward and catch your weight on your arm and feel your belly activate. Lift the leg up and don't move the pelvis and bring it back down. Pull the heel in, send the heel straight down from the body. Send the heel back so the hip is forward, the knee is behind the hip. Now, with the hand here to the ceiling, lift the heel back and up on a diagonal, keeping it in parallel. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now put your hand on the ground, bring the knee forward. Make sure that as you extend the leg, the hip does not retract. Lift it up, don't move the pelvis, put it down. Bring the heel in, send the heel back and pull the heel back. Now keep this hand on the ground. Pull the knee back behind the hip. Now bend the knee so you feel that hamstring glute activation. Bring the knee forward, make sure the hip does not retract, send it out, lift it up, bring it down and swing your leg from flexion to extension. Pelvis is not moving in the socket. And again, pull the heel back, bring the knee forward, send the leg out, lift it up, put it back down, swing it to the back till the knee is behind the hip. Bend the knee back, bring the knee forward, send the leg out, lift it up, bring it back down, and again, swing it from flexion of the hip to extension, activate glutes and hammies. Now take your arm to the ceiling, turn the leg out, rotate it parallel. Now swing the leg forward and don't let the hip retract, but push that bottom knee into the ground and activate your shoulder into the ground. Bring the leg back, not letting the hip go anywhere. Turn it out, parallel it. Keep the pelvis absolutely still. Bring the leg to the back, full extension of the hip. Turn it out, parallel it, swing it forward. And again, you're not moving the pelvis. Turn it out, parallel it, swing it forward. Don't let the pelvis move. Bring that leg back in space. Turn it out, bend the knee and touch the toe. My pelvis stays, the knee drops. Notice it's behind the other leg. Lift the knee up and feel it in the back pocket. Bring it back down. Lift the knee up, put it back down. Lift the knee up. Now sink your belly button in and soften the sternum and bring your hand to the floor. Keep the knee up, drop the back knee down. Lift the knee up and bring your hand into your chest. Put it on the ground. Swing the leg forward and bring everything up to the ceiling and bend the knees. How does that butt cheek feel?
I'll probably feel it tomorrow.
Yeah. So this is important for glutes, and I make them do it each class. My seniors do this at every class. I do this every floor bar. All right? And if you choose to do 15 of everything, that's totally legal. But you have to remember the alignment of the upper rib cage and the belly. So I'm going to do this side so you can see me from my head. So my arm is up, this shoulder, I connect it and put it on the ground. So the shoulder blade is in the correct place. My knees are slightly forward, my feet are in line with my buttock. Keep the knees at the ankles together and lift the knee. 1 and 2, and not letting the pelvis move. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the leg forward, making sure the pelvis does not retreat back. Lift it up, put it down. Pull the heel in, send the heel down and pull it back. And again, the abdominals are staying in line, no arching of the back. Push into the floor. Arm to the ceiling, lifting back. 1 and 2. My arm stays in front of my body. 4, my leg is lifting back on the diagonal, activating this space. 7, 8, 9, 10. Put your hand on the ground, pull the knee forward, send it away, lift it up, bring it back down, swing the leg straight back, not letting the pelvis move. Knee behind hip, bend the knee, bring the knee forward, send the leg out, lift it up, bring it back down, swing it back, activate the glute and the hammy, making sure the transverse stay. Pull the foot back, keeping the knee behind the hip. Bring the knee forward, send it out, lift it up, bring it back down, swing the leg all the way to the back, bend the knee back, bring the leg forward, make sure the hip does not retract, lift it up, put it down, swing that leg to the back. 1 more time, bend it back, bring the knee forward, send the leg out, lift it up, bring it down. Now this one, take it to the back, bring the arm up off the floor. Now pushing into the ground with that knee, turn it out, parallel it, swing it forward. Don't let the hip retract, pull it all the way to the back, turn it out, parallel it, swing it forward. Make sure that when you take this turn out, the pelvis doesn't move. Turn it out, parallel it, swing it forward, take it to the back. This time, turn it out, bend the knee, touch the toe. Feel the knee is behind the hip. Drop it down, pick it up in the back pocket. Drop it down, pick it up. Drop it down, pick it up. Now, sink the belly, keep the knee lifted, reach all the way to the front. Drop the knee down, pick it up, bring the hand into center, push the leg away and bring it up. Now this is when I do the stretch of the hammy, 1 leg down, 1 leg across, and pull the leg in. So when I'm doing this, leg extended, foot on, hand in between, push the elbow against the knee, pull it back and keep your sit bones, the back of your pelvis on the ground. Then bend the knee halfway, pull a little more, keep the elbow pressing, keep changing the leg that's extended and pulling the leg in. And then do the other leg. Hand in, push against the knee, pull it in, and start bending the other leg while pulling the thigh bone back toward you. I find that if I stop here with my shin at tabletop height, that's where I get the most stretch.
Yeah, that's my surgery that really hurt where the tightness is. Also on this side with the toe and the toe to the back on the floor, that hurt me because of.
In the front.
Yeah, right here, yeah.
Right, in the surgery space. So
But
again,
that side, I really felt it, the glute, the second side we just did, I could feel it in the glute more than the first side for some reason.
because when you're lying on the ground, the side that's on the floor is working. I believe you could do 15 of each of these exercises. Start one day lying on your right. The next time you start them, start lying on your left and do the right side first, then the left. So each day you do it, try switching sides.
So one whole set on a side is one set, and I do it 15. And then I
would say 15 on each side and then stop. And then see how you feel after 1 week.
That includes, like, you start with 10 clams, you go through that whole thing, that's one, you do that 15 times. Or do you alternate side to side? You do 15 on the side and 15 on the other side?
For you to start it, I would say do 15 and do 15 and nothing more. Just do that each morning. And then if you want to, you can do 15 and 10 or 10 and 15 and then 10 and 15. You can switch sides, do 10, 10, 10, 10 if you want to build it up slowly.
Okay, right? But I do it in the evening after work. I roll out of bed and then I go to work.
Right. So doing it in the evening, see how you feel after doing this.
Yeah.
And give it a week and see if you find that it helps you at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is for back extension because when you extend your leg to the back, your knee bends.
I know it's not straight. I'm trying to keep it straight.
You got to use your quads. You've got to use your quads to keep the knee straight, but you've got to use the hamstrings to pull the leg back.
Now, does bicycling build the quads?
Yes. You know, Lauren still takes class. She's had a knee replacement. Her other knee is cauliflower at this point.
Yeah.
Her good knee is starting to hurt her. The problem that, I'm going to stop the recording. The problem